Stop number 22 brings us to the second and final road course race of the season at Watkins Glen International. Here, it's the running, I know it's a stupid name for a race, but it's the running of the, here at the Glen. On the pole, it's Joshua Collar, the number 43 STP Dodge Charger. The first time I think a Dodge has been on the pole for this season. I'm not sure. We'll have to check back. He'll be on the pole for this season. Race at 134 miles an hour. Beside him, the Sonoma winner, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Melgear Ford. She'll be starting alongside. Row number 2 has Dylan Pote, the number 31 Mom and Pop Chevrolet. He'll start alongside Seth Cole, the number 52 Alka-Seltzer. He'll start alongside Seth Cole in the 52 Alka-Seltzer Ford. Or Toyota. Actually, speaking of Ford, he'll start inside. It'll be Dylan Young starting inside row number 3. And beside him, Trevor Reinhardt, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, the winner at the Brickyard 400 this past race. Then it's Keith Batson, the 46 Texaco Haviland Ford, 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll start alongside the number 1 Skull Classic Ford of Trent Dunham for Sega Motorsports. And here comes the command to fire the engines here at Watkins Glen.
Drivers, start your engine!
And in the fire engines, we get some racing here today on this 2.454 mile racetrack at a race that is the ever silly name of the Hey Jessie 355. Why I've come up with that name for Watkins Glen, I have absolutely no flipping idea why. Nonetheless, though, we are ready for some great racing here today at Watkins Glen, regardless of the name of the race. So here we go. It's Joshua Collar, car 43 on the pole for this event. Jessica Shelton starting alongside 2 of the road course aces in our 2003 competition. As the green flag waves, and let's go road racing here at Watkins Glen. Joshua Collard, car 43, jumping out in front here as he and Shelton side by side as they go down in the turns 2, 3, and 4. That's the S's, and Collard jumps out in front. Down a little straightaway they go. Now into the track, part of the track they call the S's. We are under yellow already. Oh, and it's Ryan Richards, 25, who's crashed. Pericles a little bit bumpered up a little bit. There's comments. Let's go back to the replay. Let's go back to the replay and so what happened. Yep, bit of a turn 1 log jam. This is one of the toughest turns of the road courses here at the Glen. Let's see what happens here. Richards hits Dalton Day in the 20. Oh, and Richards hard in the tire barrier he goes. Nick Pericles spins, and there's Trey Campbell. He spins. Jonathan Zorlin in number 5 spins. And that's where Sky Cummins got all tangled up in the 12. And Dalton Day managed to save his end of the deal, but he still got a tire mark on the side of his number 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, or Chevrolet, fail. And Stephanie Gardner damaged up in the 26 car. She must have been involved in, got some damage in the whole deal too. Ryan Richards, he's pretty much out of the race. So the pace car's lights are off here, so we are about to get set for the last 6 laps here at the Glen. Only 9 laps of distance here today on this 2.454 mile racetrack. As the base car ducks on the pit road, Joshua Collard leading him down, Jessica Shelton second, Dylan Poteet in third, Seth Cole in fourth. Fifth is Keith Batson, sixth is Dylan Young, seventh Trevor Reinhardt, eighth Kyle Matthews, ninth Joshua Osborne, and 10th is Trent Dunham. And look at Seth Cole diving inside of Dylan Poteet for position. That's for third, and Keith Batson will go with him in that 28 in the Texaco Haviland Ford. As Seth takes the NSCRA Motorsports 52 to the number 3 spot. And here comes Dylan Young diving inside for position. Into the inner loop. That's turns 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now through turn number 9 they come. Lined up single file among the first 13 cars. Gene Sanford trailing that pack of the cars in 13th. Zed Weinstein running in 14th. 15th is Austin Mongol. Johnny Gardner and Jesse Dalton. Zach Flickinger getting off in the dirt just a little bit. And there's the Sanford siblings. Right there, Charles in 24 and Gene in 94. And we're under yellow once again, looks like. And it's Jonathan Zorlin and Nick Pericles again that has crashed. Watkins Glen's not known for its crashes here normally in this series. Let's check and see where the whole deal happened. And I suspect it may be turn number 1 again, and in fact it was coming out turn number 1 again. No, what? There's Zorlin right there in the 5. And Daniel Voiles, he's going to draw. He gets into Trey Campbell, and oh, Jonathan Zorlin, just like we saw his teammate Ryan Richards do, go right into the tire barrier. So that's 2 Hendrick cars victims of the tire barrier, the 5 of Zorlin and a 25 of Richards. Have no idea what is it with Watkins Glen and the tire barrier sometimes on this racetrack, but nonetheless. So 2 cautions already here at the Glen. I don't know what's going on here in this track here. Like I said, with these cars here, usually we don't have a caution period at the Glen usually, but seems to be like everybody's trying to win the race in the turn number 1, but that's what happens sometimes. Pace car ducks on the pit road. We'll have 3 laps to go here at the Glen. Joshua Collard out front. Jessica Shelton trying to make a move on Collard for the number 1 spot. Here she comes inside on the outside of the part of the track. But Collard's got that preferred groove on the inside lane, but Shelton's not giving up that 9 car. And she almost lost the second spot to Seth Cole as they go down to turns 2, 3, and 4. Collard jumping out in front, car number 43. And oh, 3 wide there in a turn. And oh! Kyle Matthews and Joshua Osborne got together a little bit in the inner loop, or bus stop or chicane or whatever you want to call it. And meanwhile, Trent Dunham almost made it 3 wide going to turn number 9. He and Dylan Young about touched. Who says you can't get a little close corners action here at the in-road course racing? Dunham gets off in the dirt just a little bit. And Whoa, Trent Dunham gets in the Charles Sanford coming out of turn number 11. Sanford makes a three-way hill swing by both Dunham and Charles will swim by both Trent and his own sister Jean. Charles' sister Jean, that is, not Trent's. I'm trying to think of a good way to how to say it, but nonetheless. So move Charles Sanford up in the 10th position. Now here comes Dylan Young inside of Kyle Matthews for position. As Osborne's working away from this bunch right now on the 99. Up ahead of him, Keith Batson in 5th position. 4th is Trevor Reinhardt. 3rd, Dylan Poteet. 4th, Dylan Poteet. 3rd, Seth Cole. And meanwhile, Jessica Shelton chasing Joshua Collard as they will have the white flag this time by. For car number 43, Joshua Collard, who has won 3 straight races back when I had the Xfinity Series. And he may be on his way to his very first Cup win here at the Glen if he can hold on for the final 2 miles on this racetrack. But he's got Jessica Shelton, the defending race champion, right behind him in the 9 car. Into the inner loop for the final time. Joshua Collard bringing it down smoothly. Shelton doing the same, trying to find any weakness out of Joshua Collard in his final half a lap. So get on through the turn number 9. The number 43, STP Dodge, which won the Pepsi 400 this season down at Daytona. Collard's only win of the season, but he'll add a second one here if he holds on to the final 2 turns. That's turn number 10, now through turn number 11. Shelton trying to close, but it's not going to be enough. The Hey Jessie 355 at Watkins Glen belongs to Joshua Collard. He wins today at the Glen. Joshua Collard gets his second win of the season. He is first at Glen win in a Cup car. Jessica Shelton will get 2nd, 3rd, Seth Cole, 4th, Dylan Poteet, 5th, Trevor Reinhardt, 6th, Keith Batson, 7th, Joshua Osborne, 8th, Dylan Young, 9th, Kyle Matthews in 10th position with a great performance, Charles Sanford. And Trent Dunham barely held off Zed Weinstein to take 11th. And there's the finishing order here. Joshua Collard wins race, average speed 66.439 in this race here. Trent Dunham, we mentioned, got 11th, 12th, Zed Weinstein, 13th, Gene Sanford, 14th, Nathan Hudson, 15th, Pichu London, 16th, Matt McIntyre, Austin Mongold, 17th, Johnny Gardner, 18th, Dalton Day, 19th, and 20th position will go to John Arndt. 21st, Marty Johnson. Then we go down to Dougie Shears, 3rd and 28th position. And Zach Flickinger, who was 2nd in points, so he didn't have a good run here today. He was 29th. And on down to Ryan Richards, the only retiree out of the race. It's amazing in some ways, though, because some of the cars that crashed into the tire barrier, like he and Jonathan Zorlin both did, that should have been an out of the race deal, really. But for 43, Joshua Collard, he will take home the title here at Watkins Glen. In car 43, as he brings the King Richard Petty cars to victory lane as we head to Michigan next for the Pure Michigan 400. And it's Jessica Shelton with a 96-point lead after 22 races. Some people are probably saying, oh no, here we go. Shelton in the number 1 spot again. But that's how it is right now. Here, Flickinger 2nd in the points right now. Kyle Matthews up in the 3rd. 4th, Pichu London. 5th is William Duncan. Then Daniel Voiles, Johnny Gardner, Cody Lummis, Dougie Shears, and Gene Sanford, the 10th position in the points. On down to 20th place, Mason Powers, and there's the rest of the order right now in the points as they run at the moment. Collard's win moved him up in the 24th in the points chase. He wasn't having a good season neither, but He's trying to make a go at it here again, but next race on the tour will be at Michigan Speedway for the running of the Pure Michigan 400. Don't miss it.